Something Hey, soccer fans! Again, here we are, episode for the pod, episode 46, and episode 6 of Soccer Stupid Social Distance on YouTube. You can check it out anytime. Catch us on YouTube, or at least our lesser popular version of ourselves on YouTube. But then you get to look at our handsome mugs. Look at my beard coming in. Look at my beard. You did. I was just about to say you look very clean shaven. These are the moments where you can go out and look like anything you want. Don't you hate shaving as a man? Don't you just hate shaving?
No. Well, I hate the feeling when my hairs are like they're like longer, and then I go like this, and it just like completely pokes me everywhere. After a while, I'm like, I had enough of these like poking my neck and whatever else. So I'm like, I gotta get rid of it.
That's kind of that's where I am right now. I'm at the like kind of itchy stages, right. But I think you pass it at some point.
It's like you go into the ocean, right? And then you gotta go through the waves, hit the nice little nice area of the ocean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where I am.
I don't think I have the patience though.
Do it, dude. Come on. I bet you can grow a mean stash. I bet it's possible.
I look like an Arabic person that just grows over here.
I look like every type of person who grows a beard.
Every caveman in the world.
I'm very excited. I'm excited. I think I'm going to go the distance this time. Unless they say office is open Monday, everybody in, and I'm like, eh. But right now I'm going to see how long it goes, including my hair.
So wait, how does the family feel about it? Your wife, especially.
They're like desensitized. What's the expression? Where you get so used to something that whatever that word is. Look it up, soccer fans. Go find your dictionary or thesaurus. But yeah, I mean, you know me. I go through like so many different phases where I go through the beard, not the beard, stash, not the stash. Mohawk, no mohawk,
at least I get to see like a different dad every 6 months or every so often. It's like, oh, this is my new dad.
I'm definitely not one of those dads who have like the same look for like 30 years and then suddenly changes it and they're like, you're not my dad. Well, the only time they were a little bit like that was during the blonde challenge when I had to walk around with blonde hair. That was a pretty unique experience.
Drastic. That was like a slap in the face, like. Whoa!
It's funny. I felt like two total strangers. I felt I had to justify it. Like we'd be at we'd be at like the grocery store, and I would just go, I lost the bet. Like they don't know that I like to be blonde.
Yeah, they're like,
but I'm like, nope, I lost the bet. They're like,
that's how you make friends.
I don't make friends anymore.
By the way, today I'm wearing a very special jersey.
What is it?
Do you recognize this? Do you recognize that?
No. What is that? Number 10.
What about if I turn
it? Uruguay is going to be Forlan.
Okay.
Is that Uruguay? Uruguay.
Uruguay, man. By the way, I gotta say,
you gotta remind me. I'm so bad with names. Again, soccer, stupid, right? Who the hell is that? I'm sure I know him.
Well, actually, Forlan used to play for. Yeah, he's Uruguayan, and he used to play for a couple of teams in Europe. And he actually was. Luis Suarez came after him. Holding up the captain role of the team. Anyhow, it's not about the name; it's about the jersey. This jersey right here gave every little team in the world hope that they can win a World Cup. This team right here beat a big giant and were the first one to ever win a World Cup. Do you remember this? So there was this team called, I think
what year was it?
Was it 1949? I forgot what year the first World Cup was.
Yeah.
And there was this little team called Brazil, who they were just going to give them the cup. They were like, you know what? Here's the cup.
Give it to him.
But they were like, wait. Yeah, just get to him. But then they were like, you know what? Just let them play. We'll see what happens. And this team here happened to take it from you guys. So I'm very proud of this team right here. It's a very small country.
What's it called? The Maracanã?
Maracana. And funny story, a lot of well, it's not a funny story. It's kind of drastic
Yeah.
because many people lost their life
Yeah.
because of Brazil. Yeah, Brazil, losing that game. But anyway, so Uruguay is one of those countries where it's like I think it's like the smallest country in South America.
Yep.
But they have such a great.
I'm agreeing with you. My geography, let's just say I have an F. So if anybody complains, I only disagree because I don't really know the answer.
Do you know where
you're the one who's wrong if it's wrong?
Wait, do you know where Uruguay is played? Like where it's located at in South America?
Yeah, it's like in the like little area of the Paraguay, Uruguay. Everything that ends with Uruguay is in that area.
What else? What else is there?
And then there's Brazil. It's like New York and LA. It's like Brazil, and then you get all these little guys down
there. Right. So, anyways, I wanted to keep
coming in.
I was going to give props to these jersey because you gotta congratulate the little teams sometimes.
Yeah, actually,
anyways,
a fun fact for that one too, that in that World Cup, Brazil had a white jersey. That was their home jersey. And after that, because it was so devastating and so depressing and horrible for the Brazilian fans and the Brazilian national team, that they actually changed it to what we know now as the yellow and blue. They had to completely revamp the colors and everything. And then
I think that kind of worked out for them, right?
History. The rest
I know. I was going to say. I think it worked out for them.
Yeah.
I think
until around 2014.
I was gonna say a couple of our, Argentina should probably change their color already. So
maybe.
Some luck.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm wearing my remember the Peaky Blinders and our obsession with that. I'm wearing my Peaky Blinders hat today. This is my hair. My hair is like it's gonna go like this. It's gonna do one of these things. I actually gave myself a little bit of a trim. I trim like the sides, but it starts becoming mullety. Because it's just the sides are getting trimmed, and so everything else is like.
I think we should we should take a look at you before you get a haircut. Oh, there you are! Bam! Oh, shoot! What the hell?
Yeah, you see what I mean?
What is that?
It goes
it's like a big spider. Hey, you have a spider in your head.
Yeah. See, look at this. This is fro worthy, man. This is getting good. Just wait. Again, I'm gonna go. This goes another 6 months. This thing is gonna keep going. I've actually not spent. I've gone tops in my entire life, maybe a month more, like a little longer than this. Other than that, my entire 38 years of living, I've never like let my hair go. So we're gonna get some real Brazilian curls up in here, man. I'm telling you.
Oh man,
I'm excited.
Yeah. Talking about your hair. We were talking about the Carlos Tevez documentary.
Oh yeah.
And
by the way, before you go on, I did not do any of my homework as planned. I'm very bad. It was a very busy week, and so I still need to watch the Stevie G doc. So that by the next step, I promise here, pinky swear, I promise that I will watch the Stevie G doc. Okay. And VAR owes us a poem, by the way. So I want to hear this. Remember, we gave him a poem.
Joao, poof.
People who are just listening to the pod, somehow a boxing glove came out of nowhere and started punching Louis.
You know who this is?
Hey, that's signed by somebody.
Yeah.
Is that Mike Tyson?
No, Manny Pacquiao.
Holy moly! You don't have a signed Pacquiao.
Yeah, dude. Why wouldn't I? I used to have connections back in the day.
Yeah, but that should be like in a glass case. It shouldn't be like hanging around there. Your kids are gonna grab it.
That's how much I care. That's how much I care.
So
it's a great gift, but yeah, you're right. I should put it somewhere. Andre actually took a hold of it, and he was like messing with it. And I was like, "No, don't touch it!" And I had to
take a bite out of that, like an apple.
Yeah, well, it's very yummy. But anyways, going back to my subject of Tevez,
regale us of your experience.
Well, before I move on to the story. His uncle, dude. His uncle in that show looks just like you, bro.
Me? Like me? I was
yeah, he looks like you.
What do you mean? All right, I
gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. And
is it because he wears a Peaky Blinders hat and has a beard?
He has no. It's the hair. The hair. and the belly. The dude got a big belly going on.
I see now. I see. All right,
Anyways.
now I have to check it out if I play a starring role in the documentary. I got to check it out.
Dude,
Now.
seriously, man. Again, it's a great. I don't know if it's a documentary. It's like a mini series, right? So it's like not.
A docu series is what they're
There
called.
you go. There you go. Yeah. So, anyways, so story very interesting, and there's a character there who they call him El Uruguayo, which means the Uruguayan, Joao. And so this kid, man, so this Tevez and this kid are talented. They're like one of like the best in the actually from the ghetto. And so they go and they play for this little team, and then people, of course, like the scouts come in, right? They're like, hey, we like how you guys play, so maybe you should come in and play in our camp. And so one goes one way, and then Tevez gets blessed because what's it called?
Two roads, right?
Yeah, two roads. Well, they both could have succeeded, but Boca Juniors came for Tevez, and Boca Juniors is like like the Yankees, like the Lakers, the Boston Celtics. They're like the biggest. Well, aside from the other team, I can't think of the name right now. Jeez. Anyway, so there's two teams in Argentina that are like the biggest teams: Boca Juniors, and then where's VAR, dude?
Who's VAR? Oh yeah, we needed a VAR in this moment.
Yeah, we need it.
He should be like feverishly looking up.
People right now are gonna be so upset at me because half of Argentina root for Boca and the other half they go for.
Here,
can you help me?
Yeah, I'm gonna help you. You keep going on about the documentary.
Right.
I'm gonna look up.
Thank you.
Argentinian
Thank you. Maybe I'll remember.
Top clubs, right?
Top clubs, yes. So Tevez gets picked by Boca. The youth team, and so he just blew up, man. As he was really good. But the other boy, Uruguayo, who's I guess he was from Uruguay and lived in Argentina. He just got mixed in with like the wrong people, drugs, gangsters and stuff like that. And
River Plate,
yes.
Boom. VAR is fired. You're done, VAR. You're done.
So, anyways, River Plate and Boca.
That was just an easy Google search
of course.
There, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So,
Shane.
So, thank you, VAR replacement. Yes. Anyway, so then the team. So the Uruguayo kid, right? He ended up eventually dying, because he got involved with the wrong crowd. And that was my other point. That was my other point.
Right now, me getting involved with the wrong crowd.
Right. Yeah. Hang out, you'll see what happens to you. But the thing is, can you imagine how many talented kids, or youth have been there that never got the chance to actually showcase their talent, right? And I think especially in our country, Brazil, El Salvador, Argentina, there's a lot of crime. Crime.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot of crime.
So they don't get to show how great they are. And perfect example, this kid, he ended up like doing drugs and just completely destroyed his life.
Yeah.
Anyways, so good show. I recommend it. And actually after that I wanted to watch some of the highlights, Carlos Tevez highlights. He played for Man U. Man City.
Yep.
The team that Ronaldo plays in right now. Juventus. I think it's Juventus. Is it Juventus or it's gotta be another team anyways. But anyway, so he was around in different European teams and he even played for the national team Argentina. So very good docu series.
It's a good docu series. I gotta get more involved. I gotta start watching some more docu series. I really again enjoyed the Brazilian national team one. I'm telling you, I still recommend it. You can hate Brazil, but it's still just imagine it's just any club. It has a really good, real good look in to what it takes to even have a club and going through that process. Yeah, it's good. I mean, this is there isn't any live soccer anymore, right?
There's one.
There's some. Yeah.
Wait. What Rob keeps talking about the Belarus.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Belarus is the only country that still has a league going.
Yeah, we gotta find
Good
some
luck.
Belarusian on the sling or whatever. I don't know what channel they have that on.
Well, you have to go to the dark side in order to
Yeah.
be able to watch those games.
Yeah. And
They're
you and
not
I
available.
we still have to set up a live game against you and me that people can join or watch and see who will take it. So we've been practicing a little bit of FIFA. So I think we're ready to go on the live stage. What do you think?
Dude, I want to, but we have to consider my kids. I can't just be like, let's do it, and then I have like Andre
Yeah.
grabbing my controller. Like,
You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Anytime, I'm ready.
Yeah.
We'll
I think
we'll
I'll
set it
tell
up.
my wife. I'll tell my wife to take to
Yeah.
go to her mom's with the kids. Like
Something.
it's safe.
Yeah, I'll do like on one
Go for like
of
3
the
hours,
weekends.
and you
Yeah,
and I
one of the
can go at
weekends.
it.
Yeah. I like it. I do like how we have to be a little bit creative. If you have a soccer podcast, you have to get creative. We don't talk about the games of the week anymore. We actually just had the pleasure of speaking with Ian and Rob. What are their names? Matt.
Oh,
and
Matt.
Ian from
Don't ask me, dude.
I got it. No. Don't even look it up. I don't need VAR. I don't need you. The thrill of defeat.
Unlimited.
The thrill of defeat podcast where they talk about not just soccer, but they talk about other sports too. And check out our interview. This is how it went. And here we go. Wow, look at this. We got Matt and Ian from The Thrill of Defeat. We are thrilled to have you on the podcast, guys. This is actually fantastic. And we've been talking about this for like how long, Matt? Like at least a good year.
Solid year now. Solid year, yeah.
I would say that's the case. And I think
I'm outnumbered, dude. By the way, before you move on, I think I'm outnumbered here. I think I got a Liverpool right here.
Yep.
Liverpool. I'm the only Man City guy right here, man. Oh, Chelsea. All right. Okay. We got Chelsea.
Oh, man. I feel naked.
I would like.
I'm the only one who didn't wear a jersey this time.
Well, I got the national. I'm still representing the Uruguay.
You got the Salah. Oh, wonderful.
running down the wing.
I would like to think that we were actually going to be having this show tonight to celebrate the 15th year anniversary of Chelsea winning their first premiership under Roman Abramovich.
But that's not what the steps.
That's why we're doing this, right?
All right, guys. Good night.
Oh, you lost
your Wi-Fi's bad.
Oh, your Wi-Fi's bad. All right. So my first question is, what are you guys drinking? What are you drinking today?
Little summer shandy.
I am drinking Golden Road, made Mexican-style lager called K38. So I just started drinking that this week. It's pretty good. It's good, like summer beer.
Yeah, nice. And then we got Louis' mystery cup.
We got the Russian iced tea.
You'll never know how much vodka until the end of the night. You'll never know how much vodka. Cheers, guys! Cheers! Here we go.
Cheers. Wait, very clean.
Second question is, how did you guys come up with the Thrill Defeat? I have to say that is
I was going to ask him that.
Fantastic name for a podcast.
It actually started as a blog a long time ago. I'm also a writer, and so I was looking for an outlet for sports just to write. And so I started a blog a long time ago, and I was thinking of names, and I always like, was it The Thrill of Victory from the old Wide World of Sports? I was like, well, what about The Thrill of Defeat? Like, there's a thrill involved in that, both for people that lose and the people that win.
I have no thrills with defeat.
just doesn't talk about Germany, Brazil a couple of years back. That brings it.
That was thrilling.
It was not thrilling, and guess what? I will never live it down my entire life until they win again. Remember that guy in that. Remember the Brazilian guy in that World Cup, and he had the sad mustache the whole time.
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember him.
I will be that guy. I will become that guy over the years. Yeah, there we go. That's gonna be me. Yeah. You guys, it's not just you guys have a passion for soccer, is what we call it. But you guys also talk about all sports, right? That's that's a big thing.
Correct.
So
yeah, for sure. We touch on everything, and then we've also started like integrating just pop culture stuff. And I mean, it's fun to talk sports, but it's fun to just whatever, movies, music, all that. But and as far as like a format, it's really what moves our needle. We try not to be too like hot take, but just the things, it's the same thing you guys.
That's
I'm
what
sure
we called Matt, by the way, at our company. Hot take.
Hot take.
Hot take.
But like, I think it's best, and you guys probably are on the same boat. Is like when you guys are just really in that conversation, and it's just so casual and normal, and that's the biggest compliment I think I've gotten from other people that have listened is like they feel like they're in the room, and that's what we want.
Yeah, and that's great. And it's because you guys are such close friends. Like, you can't even imagine what it's like having to have a podcast with Louie.
The funny thing about it is that I was listening to your podcast earlier today, and then at the beginning I had a hard time. I was like, is that them? Because the topic is like you're talking about different sports.
Yeah.
And so I was like at the beginning I thought it was all soccer, but then like we and João had a conversation about this. He's like, no, it's not just one sport, but it's different. But and then I was like, I think you guys were talking about football.
Yeah.
I think that was the Rams. It must have been the Rams and the Patriots, right? And you
probably.
were very upset, Ian. You were very upset about it.
Oh, I was so pissed. I was pissed at the NFL. I was just pissed.
Well, I'm a Raider fan, so feel bad for me. You can feel bad for me. But I actually kind of like that. João and I, like our show. I mean, we talk about soccer, but a lot of it's about our lives.
He's lying.
We just talk about things that happen to us, so I feel like we're not exclusive 100% talk about soccer. So I kind of like your format too, that you guys go from one end to another.
Yeah, I feel like you and I never talk about soccer.
Yeah.
And then when we do, we're wrong about it.
We get the stats wrong. We get the names wrong. We get the teams wrong.
Yeah.
In all honesty, one of my favorite shows that we ever did, because Ian and I actually play still. We're in a 7-on-7 league in Pasadena, and
I used to do that.
Oh, did you? Oh, nice.
Awesome. Like this whole one of the it's really tough not playing, right? Being able to play right now, but I think the second game when I joined the team, Ian had already been on it. The second game when I came in, Ian tore his ACL.
Oh no!
And so we've
been talking a true
years
athlete.
about wanting to play together. We finally did, and he blew his knee out in the first game.
Yeah.
And so it was a solid year after that. Well, I mean, it took a while to get the surgery, and then it was about 6 months after he got the surgery, he was back. But
5 months, but
yeah, 5 months. But one of my favorite shows we did is you always hear about the guy, the athlete that tears the ACL, and then you have the clock in your head. Okay, he'll be back here. But what do you actually have to go through in order to get back? And so we did a solid, 45-minute segment on just what is it like to come back from this ACL tear.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely awful. Ugh.
Yeah.
It'll never happen to me.
Fun.
It's never happened to me, and it'll never happen to me because this is the most active right here. What I'm doing right now is the most active I ever am.
Hey, we all know
that. You say that, but you remember Robert Fong?
Dude, I was going to just say that.
I remember that guy.
He jumped celebrating. He jumped in the air while celebrating the Giants winning the World Series and tore his Achilles tendon.
Yes. Off the couch. He jumped off the couch. Tore his Achilles.
All right, fine. That might happen to me. Actually, that might happen to me. So that leads me to my next question.
Wait, before you move on, João, before you move on.
Please rudely interrupt me, Louie. Please.
Because I know these guys. I mean, I used to work at Deluxe, and so we used to have a Deluxe soccer team.
I gotta believe all our personal stuff, by the way. The Deluxe, the Robert Fong.
He's not here. Don't worry about it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Deluxe, we used to have a team. Sangram, right? You guys, Sangram. What's his name?
He's a pod. He's a pod supporter.
Gary Pena. And so we used to have that team. We used to play in Pasadena. It's nice and like turf, right? It's like a turf, and it's like small courts. And one time we made it to the playoffs, but that was tough, man. We weren't that good. So, but like you guys were saying right now, it's like it's fun. It's fun to go. We used to go every Sunday, and give it all and stuff like that. And yeah, man, we did it for a couple of years.
No way.
So I'm guessing you guys did it. You guys started like a couple of years from now, or when did you guys start playing?
The team I'm on, it's been like 8 years. I've been on the same team in the Pasadena Adult Soccer League, and I brought Matt in years ago now. But the core group of us have been together for like nearly 8 years.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it's been super fun. It's a good group of guys, and it comes up in our podcast, because you have war stories of playing in Sunday leagues, so it's always like a topic at some point. Something ridiculous will happen or something funny will happen in one of our games, and we'll bring it up on the podcast because, as much as you go out there and you're like, oh, I'm going to be like, it's just Sunday football. I'm just going to come out and get my exercise. It's like 2 minutes into the game. I'm like, I'm going to mutter that guy by the end of the game. He just posts my goal.
2 minutes into the game, I'm on the ground. So I can't breathe in.
You're like,
and that's what I was going to get to is like, how are you guys coping? So you guys play, you play soccer. You have a sports podcast. There are no live sports at all. How are you guys coping with that? It looks like. Wait, hold on. It looks like Matt. I think Matt's going to be over here.
Matt'll be right back. He just sent me a text.
It'll be hilarious. It'd be hilarious. He just kind of like jumped up behind you, and you're like, "Social distance! Somebody dying!" Well, like, how are you coping? How are you coping with like no live sports?
For me, the first few weeks, and this is like putting everything in perspective. Like people are dying, everything is rough right now. So I completely get that. But like the first few weeks were especially rough for me because I am a Liverpool fan, and it was literally 2 games away from finally winning the league for the first time in 30 years. And so I could not even look. I could not go on the Bleacher Report app. I couldn't bring myself to read any of that because I was so angry. Because I was like, this whole season, I'm like, it's not supposed to go like this. It's going really easy. Like we're blowing everyone out. We're gonna win this like as quickly as anyone's done it. It's not usually how it works. And I was like, this is awesome. And then this happened. 2 games from us like winning the title. I was like, F this. It was like,
who's happy is that a Manchester City fan right there. Matt,
I guess
welcome back. Maybe Louis might be over here. It's always like inverted. But Matt, we were just talking about Liverpool and how we're like this close.
My question is, you sent I think it was a post on Facebook, João, earlier, that France actually gave PSG the crown.
Correct.
So I'm wondering if they're going to do the same for Liverpool.
Mbappe today, right?
We'll see. Yeah, they did that today.
Yeah.
So if they might follow, France's way and give the up to Liverpool.
And Liverpool was pretty. I don't. It's been so long since I haven't looked at the table for like I can't even remember. But I mean, usually PSG is like 20 points ahead of everybody. They're like, just give it to them.
League One is so weak. It's them and everyone else. It's so weak.
We talk about that all the time. That like PSG. I actually stopped watching it because I don't. There's no thrill in like knowing he's going to take that right. But then when PSG plays like in UEFA or right, they don't perform as they would.
I swear that's why they crash out because they're never tested, and then they for instance, 2 seasons ago when they had to play at Anfield against Liverpool, like they thought they had it in the bag at one point, and then like the pressure just kept ratcheting up, and it's like, this isn't League One against whoever the hell is in League One. I don't know, other than you and Monaco. I mean, who plays?
Exactly right. So. Here's the next question. When are you guys going to do another episode? It's been a while since you've been
next week.
I know you guys do a lot of live Facebook stream episodes.
Yeah.
When's your next pod? When can I listen when I'm walking my dog and picking up that hot steaming pile of shit? When's that going to happen?
Next week. Matt is muted right now, but I'll answer it. It was just we were about to podcast right when like all this hit, and then it was kind of like a scramble, and then there was nothing to talk about, and then now I feel like I'm back at a point where I can talk about something again. Because like there's a lot of machinations going on about, okay, this could be starting soon, this might be starting, this might not come back, this will come back, and it's like, how do you handle all this? And then just how, like, like your question, like, how do you, as a fan, how do you deal with this right now? Like, for me personally, it was like, I just ignored it. Like, I couldn't even look at sports because I was so angry with, like, everything that was going on.
God damn you, Corona!
Yeah, exactly. And now I'm back to because it was Lakers are having the Lakers are going to win the damn championship, you know. And it's like Liverpool's about to win, like all these things are happening, and then like all the brakes got pumped. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely it's really the worst. It's really the worst. You know how we've been coping? FIFA 20.
Yes.
How's your FIFA game? My
FIFA game is pretty good. I have two sons. They're 9 and 7, and just this like a few weeks ago was the first time ever they started playing FIFA with me because they'd always watch me play, and they'd rather play like Overwatch or other games, you know. Yeah. But they started actually playing with me, and so it's been super fun because we'll play as Liverpool, and then we'll play together and score goals, all this. And actually, funny story, I sent this to Matt, my youngest. My kids will watch Premier League with me and everything. And so my youngest was playing FIFA with me, and he scored his first goal on FIFA. So he immediately jumped up and took off his shirt and started swinging it over his head and threw it and like dropped to his knees. I was just like, "That's how you celebrate a FIFA goal."
And I think I might do that.
Yellow carded him.
I should have carded him, right? I should just be like.
I think that's how I celebrate every win. Yeah.
Our show kind of, last year was a bit of a rough year, so we kind of went on hiatus a lot of last year, but we're going to be coming back here pretty strongly in the near future.
Yeah.
Nice.
For sure.
Very good. And then we should get back on the pod again. I think we should play some FIFA. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Matt,
absolutely.
Matt, where are you, Matt? I think you're right there. You're right there.
I'm here.
I'm waiting. It's right here. Right there.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a game. And just so you know, I don't know if you listen to the pod. Louis and I are the worst FIFA 20 players. Maybe I call myself the Sunderland.
If you need wins, you gotta play us
FIFA 20. it's really bad.
So you're League One level.
I'm very maybe even lower than that.
Maybe I'm like mid-tier League One.
Maybe U10 level. It gets pretty bad. But we should get a game of FIFA going. And
absolutely.
And Louis and I have been talking about having getting live games, doing some live streaming because there's no live sports, right? There aren't any live games. Let's get some live streaming people out there. Nobody will watch.
Oh, we'll get people. No, we'll get people.
We'll get some people.
Get some games going, okay?
Never underestimate how bored people are.
No.
It's true.
Yeah, right, exactly. Louis, do you have any last questions here? Hold on, guys.
Oh man,
Louis is the Barbara Walters of questions. No pressure.
No, actually, I know Matt. Matt used to play basketball back in the day, right? In the league, and
Ian did as well, actually.
Yeah. So we did Luxor. So I know Matt. I saw Ian a couple of times at work too. So I'm familiar with you guys, and I'm happy that you guys are doing well. And
thank you.
That's what I can say, man. Keep it up. I was listening to your podcast. It was very interesting.
Thank you.
Just like Joao said, when is your next one? So we're looking forward to listen to you
next week, man.
Yeah.
If Louis and I can pull it together, you guys can pull it together.
Yeah, no, I've learned. Very hard.
There's a lot of information out there. Netflix has a lot of documentaries.
Yes.
Sunderland
Till I Die.
Yeah, right. So we've been watching stuff like that. So we always have something to talk about. So keep it up, guys. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having us on.
Thanks for having us on. I appreciate it. Sorry, my feed went out for like a bit. My internet completely dropped for a second.
Oh, damn.
This means we have to have you on the show.
I'm on my phone now. I just switched off the computer.
Well, you know what? Maybe we should start all over again. You guys start all over again?
You have no idea how many times we've done that. We'll do full episodes, and I'll go. Oh my God, Louis, I forgot to record.
Oh my God.
Those were the best shows, by the way.
That's true.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, great having you on the show, and
awesome.
We'd love to hop on your show, and
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. We would appreciate that.
Let's get some FIFA going.
Let's do it.
All right, guys.
Awesome.
Guys. Take care, man.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Yeah, man. Now that was an interview. Yeah,
man. Those guys are cool, man. They're cool, man.
Yeah. I like them, and they know a lot about sports and a lot about soccer. More than me. I'm. There's cases where folks will say players' names, and I'm like, okay, yeah. That's true. That's true.
Also, how we play FIFA. We have like our the squad, right? How people know what certain players play and stuff like that. We're just like, oh yeah, Messi had the ball, he just scored, bam. Let's move on. What happened? What happened next?
All that matters. That's all that matters. And again, soccer's stupid.
But it's good to mingle with people that actually are better than you. Maybe we have something to strive to be better one day, Joao, and look at the facts instead of just making up stuff.
Facts, schmacks. We don't live in a world of facts anymore. All right, just we go their gut about everything these days. But here's a fact. Here's a fact.
A special somebody.
Yeah, your buddy. Here's a fact. We both need to get better at FIFA 20. You and I, every day, are messaging like in the late evenings, like, dude, this kid just beat me 7-1. Dude, just got crushed 5-3, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
By the way, Joel, before we move forward talking about this whole FIFA 20, blah blah blah, who between you and I, who won? Who won? You remember you and I were having a little tournament?
I don't remember. I have no recollection.
Usually you have a problem. You have a problem with remembering when you lose.
Wait, did you win? Did you win a? See, this is what I don't understand. Actually, let's talk about that because we had the same record, same win, draw, loss record that season, but they gave the win to you. We even had the same amount of goals. We each had 6 goals that season. How did you get the trophy and not me?
Well, because I scored more goals.
No, it said if you look at this.
No. I scored more goals away.
6.
Away.
Is it the away goals?
Yes.
How do you choose an away game and a home game? It's like whoever had somebody invite them?
I think you were the host. I think because you were the one who sent the invitation.
That's not fair. So if I send the invitation more, there's more chances for me to lose my.
No, there's no. It's
games?
Equal. There were 5 games, right? The first one we tied. Second one you won. Third one I won. Fourth one you won. And fifth one I won. So then somehow I think it came down to like, we both are really sorry, bro.
I think generally, you and I are pretty equal in this. But I got you. I got you the next one.
Actually, I gotta say you're actually a little better than I am. I noticed. I even told Anthony. I feel like Joao is in a better place. Can me I'm a struggle, bro.
No, but I have weaknesses that you don't have, I think. Maybe there's cases where I can do something that maybe you don't do in a game, but I again, one of my worst parts about me playing this game is I fall apart if anyone scores. Like if you get a goal or if you equalize. Like I had a game the other day where it was I was winning 1-0. Dude, I'm not even kidding. It was like beautiful passing, seamless. I felt very confident I was going to win this game. Dude gets like a late goal, equalizes. I fall apart as a person. They score and win 2-1 in the end. You know what I mean? I have situations like that. I panic. I go, and then I just start sliding my defense, and I start running, throwing everybody out of formation.
Is that how I beat you the last game?
It's possible.
Because remember, I score first, right? I score first. And then you score second and third. I'm sorry. First goal came from me, and then you score first and second. So you were up 2-1. And then I came back and I tied it. And then at the end, I scored the last goal. So I scored two goals after you. But, okay, look, listen to me. Do you think this game is like plays like mind games with you? Like I feel like there's games where like all the passes are crisp. You give it to one guy and it goes to that guy. Sometimes I'm playing. I'm like, you have this guy right next to him, and you'll throw it to where like there's a crowd, and I'm like, dude, I wanted it there. Like, what the hell? Like,
that's literally what happens to me. Literally what happens to me. I will not be passing to the guy who's directly in front of the freaking goal. I wouldn't do that, and that's not the guy I was telling the controller to pass to. And it'll be boop, and like Messi will be there, and I'm like,
right, and I'm like, dude, that guy
I would never do that.
Like the guy was open. Why would you give it to the guy who has like 3 people with him?
Yeah,
I feel like I get betrayed. Like FIFA 20 betrays me. Well, not only these FIFA, all the other FIFAs too, man.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think some games, like again, it's smooth and the passing is like great, and then there are games, where like the passing's off. Somebody said something recently that you got to make sure some like assisted passing is on or something. So I got to look into that because there's clearly some cases where it's like I did not just do. I did not pass it to that guy.
That guy, I did not even see that guy. Like, what?
I would never do that. Did you give him? I literally end up yelling like, "What?" I literally, when I'm playing, I'm like, "Why did you pass it to that guy?"
Yeah,
I would like do that.
Why? Why would you do that? Why?
Yeah, it's really.
That's what I do with my controller. I'm like, why? You know what? Talking about breaking controllers. I think I'm about one of them is already like tripping out on me. So every time I press like which is the one at the bottom? Is it the X for the PS4? I don't know if it's the X or I think it's the X, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. So when I press it,
that's the through pass.
Yeah, it stays in, like it stays pressed. I'm like, I'm trying to pop out.
You're just constantly doing free pass. The thing that besides the passing, one of the things that annoys me too is when you're playing D, you're playing defense and you get the ball, but you're still playing defense. You like kick the ball, you're still like tackling, and then you get the ball, and then you end up like kicking it all the way down the.
But
the
you know,
field. I didn't know I had it.
Well, one secret for you, it might actually work against me, but kick the ball out. I like to pass the ball, right? So sometimes when I overpass the ball, even with the goalie, like when he's close by, like I'm trying to pass it out and he'll give it back to the goalie. And then the goalie, he'll pass it to like, he will just throw it. And it's like, you get the ball. I think that's how you scored on me one time where I try to give the ball away to someone else and he just gave it to you like, here, sir, like, you can have this. I'm like, what the?
It happens to me constantly.
For me or are you playing for him?
Yeah, I've had like late goals where I've lost games where because I passed the ball like right into the guy who happens to be like in the box. Like I would never ask it to do that. Why would it do that?
I'll be the sorriest player ever, but I would never give the guy the ball for a free shot.
Yeah,
so
I know
FIFA,
at least that much about soccer.
Get it together. Get it together.
You're ruining lives. You're ruining lives.
You're ruining my nights. I want to go to sleep happy, not with like
If I had a like high blood pressure or something like that, I could not play this. I could not play this game. And I always play late at night. It's like and I gotta stick to my rule. Like sometimes by miracle I do win the game, and my rule is if I win, just you leave it to win.
Let it go. Let it go.
Exactly. But sometimes it'll be like early enough, like 9 or whatever, and I'm like, all right, let's do it. And then the next guy, destroys me like 8-5. It's absolutely the worst. It's absolutely the worst.
It'll be funny. Like one day, I'm like, I have a heart attack, and then the wife comes in like the next morning. Hey, wake up! It's just like
you're just sitting there on your lounge chair with the controller still in your hands.
Right, probably like playing continuously.
He's in FIFA heaven.
Somebody's having like the night of their life because I'm not even moving. They're like, oh, go!
I actually had a success last night where some kid must have been like so flustered. He beat me. No, he scored first. He drew first blood. And so it was 1-0. And then right around the 70th minute, I told you last night, I equalized. Immediately, it went to, you've lost connection. And it gave me the win. And then it simulates the score. Like when somebody just kicks out of the game, you get the win, right? And, and I ended up getting like 3-0 that game or something like that.
That's awesome.
But yeah, very happy with that.
The one thing that, you and I, we always discuss is the fact that when they know they're better than you are and they start toying with you, that's the worst, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I was playing this guy and he was in control of the game. Like I was chasing him left and right, but I could not get the ball. Like this dude was like the Barca, the real Barca in video game where like he was just tiki-taking me the whole time, right? Tiki-taka.
Yeah.
And then
Corona. Sorry.
And then the dude was like up 2-0. And he like, he was doing this and he passed it to the goalie. And then the goalie started like dribbling the ball like that. And I was like, I'm done.
I'm out. Yep. I'm out. when they do that. I used to do that. Your brother used to do that. He'd run up the goalie, and I would just quit the game. That's it. It's too annoying. It's too annoying. I'm trying to actually.
Just imagine if that kid was next to you.
Oh God. There is, I've been trying a method where it has been working for me. Like I feel like if I can keep calm, I can get the goal back, or I can win the game. So like I'll just try to just pass the ball, look at the passing lanes, like actually like focus on these things. So often like when I'm rushing and then like I'm trying to control all the players and I throw everybody out of formation and I'm freaking out. That's how often they get by me and then end up scoring a goal like a one. Often it's like again I choose all of the defenders. If there's like a breakaway, I'm like, and I'm like running them all in. So everyone's going out of formation. And you got this guy over here, Yeah, that's usually how I lose. It's just by sheer frustration. So I'm trying this new thing where I'm like, just calm down, João. Just Sacer. Just pass, get the passing lanes, break up the defense. So I'm trying to play like it's an actual game. Just you don't need to rush through it, right? Just like, you got 90 minutes. 90 minutes.
90 minutes. One thing that works for me is like psyching myself up. You know how we talked about when you play some people, you're like, I'm better than him. It's just I don't know, why am I losing, right? So one thing that I keep telling myself is like, dude, you're better than this guy. Come on, just chill out. You got this. It usually works for me. Like, I tend to like, because if you're the superior player or, you should be able to win. So that kind of works for me too, where like, I'm like, tell myself like, dude, you're better than this guy. Just take it easy. You'll get there. I told my wife earlier today, I was like, my problem is that I'm like the person that I am, right? I'm very accelerated. I'm always like fast. Everything has to be fast. So when you do things fast, you make a lot of mistakes. So when you like slow down, you actually get to see what you're doing and you actually get to like play better, flow better because you're calm. But when you're always trying to be like, oh, I gotta score, or I gotta do this, that's when you mess up, right?
Yeah. I just go bite of a sandwich. If you're just listening to this, you can tell I'm chewing on something now. But you're absolutely right. I mean, that's what I mean. Just calm down, play the game. Like when you watch a game on TV, it's pass. Let's figure it out. Let's break up the defense. Here we go. What can we do? See the passing lane, shoot, score. And I've even had moments like that where it's like I did exactly that up the middle, and then they just score. Cavani, Mbappe. I just got sweating up a storm over here. But yeah,
I'm playing soccer over here.
You just gotta relax. Just relax. But I think we should continue. And if anybody out there who's listening, who's seeing and listening, I'm Bilbo in the Shire. You can play me anytime. If you want to feel better about yourself, go ahead and try to find me on FIFA 20. FIFA 20. I think you're like, I have no idea. You're in my friend list. You're like, it's like a phone number where you don't remember it because you see it all the time. So I got to search for you.
I think I'm Truco or something like.
Truco something. 77? Is there a 77 in there?
Yeah. Hey, actually, I sent an invite to Rob, and I'm like, "What's up, Rob? What's up?
Well, he'll hear this. He'll find it.
What you got?
Hey, maybe he's scared.
Hey, man. I got I was built for this.
He should not be, because when I played that guy, I think like the last game, he just destroyed me.
Actually, I was listening to his podcast, and he was talking about one of the games where you guys were playing against each other. Yeah, and he was talking to his wife as you guys. Yeah, man. I like Rob, man. Rob is cool.
I had
a piece of Rob though.
One of the episodes. Yeah, when he was talking about that, and he made some comment like, I don't even know how I made that goal. I was so bad. I was like cracking up for like 5 minutes. It was like that, and it was one of those moments where like I'm panicking, and I'm just like doing these horrible passes, and it's awful.
I think Rob is better than what he actually wants to give out. If he beat his who he said it was his stepson he beat or somebody, and he's like he's a gamer, and he got upset at him because he was like he beat him, and he's like, and then he beat him again, and he beat him. So there has to be Rob. He got something going on over there. He got something cooking over there, man.
I can't wait to hear how well he does. I want to hear the scoreline.
I'm gonna start breaking
7-2.
I'm going to start breaking legs after the 3-0.
The red cards come out. Red cards come out.
Ramos.
Louis, before we end the pod, do you have any words of wisdom for our listeners, people who are, again, in quarantine, can't go out, there isn't any live sports, anything you want to offer to the people? Putting you on the spot, and go.
Yeah, man. Just want to say, wash your hands, 20 seconds, thoroughly, everything, even your elbows.
Thanks, Dr. Fauci.
Wear your mask. I usually wear my mask, but when I drive, I don't wear my mask. But when I get to the store, wear my mask. Disinfect things that you buy. We just bought a bunch of things on Amazon, by the way. The lady just went crazy. She almost bought she bought a bouncing house for the kids.
Oh my God, yeah,
dude,
you got to do these things. Yeah.
So
I'm actually thinking about. I don't know why I don't own it already. I'm thinking about getting a soccer net.
We have one. The lady bought one for the kids.
Yeah.
For the kid, for Andre.
Yeah.
But Andre,
it was for you.
Andre will play with it for a minute, and then he's like, "What else is there? What else you have, Mom?" So guys,
kids for you.
Just let's follow the protocol. Let's get out of this whole virus. Let's be safe. Remember, there's a second wave coming.
Stop shaving.
You might get something there with all those hairs going in there. That's why you got to shave up, man.
I did a barbecue this weekend. I took a picture. And I didn't post it because I had some food in my beard.
Ketchup.
I should have just done it. It's just sitting right there. Oh, man. Well, I think that does it for episode 46 of the pod and episode 6 of Social Distance on YouTube. YouTube, kids. Come on. Get in there. Look at our mugs. Look at these mugs. A lot of mugs. Stop shaving. Next time I see you, your homework assignment is curl mustache. You can do it, Louie. You can do it. Curl mustache.
I don't know if it grows that long though, bro. Who knows? All right, I'll give it a try. I promise.
Thank you. The silence you heard was me curling my mustache.
And again, we gotta thank
VAR.
The podcasters that came in to our show, and
thanks for the second interview. That was
Ian
great.
And Salem, that's his last name.
Yep.
And thank you guys. And
Thrill of Defeat. Listen to those guys. They're fantastic. They know their stuff. All right, Louie. I'll see you on the next pod.
See you later, my brother.
Peace. Whoop.